What's going on, guys? Ken Azura here, and today I'll be teaching you all about contracts and what you need to know. So, first things first, you want to go up to your Neocom menu, go to Finance, and then Contracts. Open it up. As you see here, you will see the skills that you have in reference to the amount of number that you can initiate these contracts either on your behalf, the corporation's behalf, either of those. If there is any outstanding contracts either to you or your corporation, it will be labeled here under contracts assigned to you. Now I have a contract open for myself, okay, and you open it up and you see, yep, issued from me, this is the time I have left, when it was created, what item it is, and how much I need to pay to get it. Okay, and then you would just open it up and click accept. Make sure you verify this. Okay, do you really want to accept? Yep, I verified all the data, and of course it's issued by myself. So, but the corp can accept it, and then there you go. Now you have it. Now to create your own, at the start page here, you'll go down to your create contract. Easy. Now you have a couple of options here. Just follow along with me. So for your auction is going to be like bidding on that contract. Courier is your transportation. Item exchange is like your trading, whether that be for ISK or another item, for instance. The availability is either to public or private. Naturally, of course, if you're trading with somebody, you want to make it private. If it's to the public, anyone could just snag that contract. Okay, just make sure you hit private and enter whoever's name in that, and it should populate for you. Or you could do corporation or alliance. These options may not be there for you if you don't have the proper roles within your corporation or alliance. As well as this may not be here if you don't have access to any wallets in your corporation. Then moving on, I'll go ahead and contract the two amounts just to show you guys. Issue one of those, whatever item that be, and you hit next. Now this page you want to be very careful about. If you're doing any type of exchange in reference to ISK, you're not just giving this away for free. Make sure you hit this I will receive option. Okay, this is where you put in the ISK that you want that other individual to pay. Okay, because you're going to be receiving that money. The I will pay portion is for when you set up like an order for, let's say, Veldspar. We'll go ahead and do that now for you. So Veldspar, hit the unit. It's going to come up with all the other options that have Veldspar in it. We're going to hit Asteroid, the standard Veldspar, and then add that item. Whatever the cost of that item that you think is relevant and logical, you will put in the I will receive, whatever ISK amount that is. Okay, you can also do the estimate price. Sure, whatever. That's taken in consideration for the hardener drug that I initiated earlier, not the one Veldspar. But just keep that in mind. You can add these things for, like, examples for buy orders when you set up for contracts for a corporation or alliance. Just keep that in mind and use it as you will, right? Use it as you will for just simple trades. You're not in the station with somebody. You can go into your assets, okay? You can go into your assets, click on whatever you gotta pick, okay? And then, if they are in containers like this, you will not be able to create the contract. However, if they're just in the standard hangar, you can create that contract. And then once you hit that button, of course I have my other contract up still, so it's not going to let me do it, but you just follow the same process we're doing now. Okay? And on page 4, the very last page, confirm, verify, check, and verify your data. to make sure this is accurate, okay? Because once that other individual receives that contract, they could just get it immediately if they really wanted to. Now, if you verified and checked this is correct, you can go ahead and hit finish. And there you go. The contract is issued to that other individual. Now, if you look under your contracts, you can see any outstanding contracts, if any. So I have one with Slitherous Puma, and you can double click and open it up. Now, if you think this was not a valid contract, like maybe you messed up, if he has not accepted that contract, you can still take it away, right? Take it back. You just hit delete, and it will tell you blah 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 blah. Any collateral or broker fee will be lost. This is Bro's contract. Any items in this contract will be returned to your hangar. Keep that in mind. So you're good. Now it's yours again. Now let's go into courier. Courier. So this is another good one, right? If you don't want to haul your own stuff around, you can contract others to do it for you. Okay, whether that be contract, public, or not contract, corporation, or public. So we select a courier, and again, I want to do the hard shell. Again, you wouldn't just use it for just a 1 meter squared item. Of course, you want to make sure it's something worth the haul. Okay, you don't want to waste your wrist out here. Now you have the option to ship to. If I want this to go to Dodixie, of course you wouldn't have this option here if you haven't done it before, but you would type in Dodixie and then hit search. And here's the exact stations that you can get it hauled to. There is no upwell structures. If there was, they would be in the list. Okay, so I want to put it to the Federal Navy. Click OK. And then this new information does pop up on the lower part here. And then it will add it up once you put in your data. So my reward will be 1 million. And then of course you can see in depth of the breakdown of it. Now your collateral. So collateral is what the hauler is going to have to put down to pick up your haul. Now naturally you can go by estimated price, right? That's an easy one. Or you can put much more. Naturally it's going to be a little more because it just makes sense, right? Don't pick anything too outrageous like 1 billion ISK if it's not actually worth 1 billion ISK, because no one would probably want to take that. But it's up to you and how you want to do this, because just make it enticing and worthwhile for another hauler to do that contract. Make sure the reward is justified, as well as the collateral is properly justified. That way it'll be picked up in no time. And like I said, the collateral is what the pickup pilot would have to pay prior to picking up your goods. And then expiration time, you can set it to whatever you think is relevant. Naturally should be the longest time, unless you really need it in, 1 day, 3 days, whatever. Days to complete. So keep this up for like 4 weeks. Okay, this is the duration of when this contract will expire. Keep that up for as much as you can, so other people can take this. And once they accept it, they'll have this amount of days to go and drop it off. And of course, you can put some verbiage in there if you would like. That's all up to you. Now, of course, you go hit there, make sure it's all good and dandy, and then you hit finish. But that would be the process for you. Now, if you are looking to haul, you can go ahead and search, right? Contract search, and go to courier, and then you can look for the courier missions in your area. Of course, current region, all regions. Give it a second there. Here we go. And then of course you can see the different collateral. You can sort up here by what you think is relevant. 120 million, 127 million ISK, and the reward's only 12. Now you take a look at this, okay? Open the contract, open it up, take a look. So of course you see a reward. The route will take you through LoSec, and then the drop-off point is a static NPC station. So it's okay, but it might take you through LoSec, which is not okay. Now, some red flags of when you're looking through the contracts. If the delivery point is at an upwell structure, I would highly suggest you not go to that upwell structure, because should you throw down your collateral, okay, and that other individual notices that yes, you have taken that contract, and if they have control over that upwell structure, they can lock you out of that upwell structure, thus making it so you cannot dock. And then you're gonna have to, you already got that collateral over, so they're just gonna take it from you. And that's just the con way of doing things, Just keep a very watchful eye, or be very aware of these contracts, of what other people might be thinking to do to you, because a lot of the players out here are just trying to get some ISK, and this is a way to do it. Okay, there's definitely a way. However, if it's one static station to another static station, that's a good contract. However, the route will take you through low. That's a red flag for me. Especially if you're in a hauling ship, easy target. Easy target. Now, the next thing you want to look for is the cargo. Okay, up here. You're looking at 240k. Now, you need to be very, very aware of how much your ship can carry. These contract orders cannot be broken down. I say again, they cannot be broken down. So you can't cut it in half. You can't go back and forth a couple of times. No. It's a one-time go. You can either pick up that amount or you cannot. You cannot break it down. And if you do open that container to break it down, you have just violated the contract for breaking into that box and moving the contents around, and they'll collect the collateral from you for doing that. Okay, and if you do that, on behalf of your corporation or alliance, you'll also get a negative standing on the contract board. So just remember that when you're out and about looking at contracts to pick up. But some of the collateral on here is pretty radical, especially like for this one, 25 billion. That's a pretty large amount. Okay. Pretty large, but it's probably something real nice in that box, whatever it is. But yes, just play around with this, take a look at what's out there. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. Be very, very cautious before you accept any of these contracts out here, because not all people are good people in EVE. They're just trying to get some ISK, and they're gonna exploit any way they can to do it. Keep that in mind. And of course, to hone in on what you're exactly looking for, you can use these other filters to suit your taste. And then of course, for your other contracts, you can buy and sell. I didn't have this on here. Clear that. And you can look for blueprints, anything like that. Naturally, some of the blueprints on here, or the vast majority of blueprints on here, will be research blueprints, because you cannot buy research blueprints off of the regular regional market. So you would go here to look for already researched blueprints. They will cost more, but if you don't want to wait on that research time, this is the place to go for you. Anyhow, I hope this tutorial on contracts has helped you guys. Be sure to share the knowledge, and thanks for watching.